Oh, this is pretty good. Oh, this is really good. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a 5-colored legendary creatures deck. It's going to be a standard best of 1 list with average converted mana cost 3.2. It's going to have 26 creatures, 7 non-creatures, and 27 lands. Now, we're playing JODAH the Unifier and Rada Drawbig of Urborg here. So the idea here is to play JODAH with a non-human deck, obviously, because whenever JODAH first came out, the card is only good if the deck works, if you know what I mean. Like, if the deck has exactly what the card requires, and you untap with the card, and you can play something that's legendary, then the card is going to work and the deck is going to be insane. But ever since the card came out, everyone's just been playing the human version because the mana is just better, right? You can play that one land that you can specify that they're humans, and then it provides you mana of any color. So but with this list, I've always wanted to play JODAH in a non-human list, or a list that not only has humans but has other creatures as well, other legendary creatures as well. And this is what we came up with. Also, we paired it with Rada Drawbig here because I have not played the card before. I played it once before, but not really on the channel. And it's so good because the effects of this creature revolves around legendary creatures as well. So it works well with JODAH here. The only thing is that you need to fix your mana, and you need to provide mana, and you need to make a deck that's consistent and that can pretty much compete. So with that being said, everything that dies, it obviously comes back, but it's no longer a legendary, which is the only bad thing about the JODAH thing, right? Because JODAH gives +1/+1 or +X/+X, depending on how many legendary creatures you have. So if you're pairing it with Rada Drawbig here and your legendaries die and they come back as non-legendaries, you're obviously not going to have a big beefy board basically. But the nice part is the fact that you get them back. And let's say JODAH dies, right? JODAH comes back, and then you get JODAH's effect. You play Eratai, you get a 3 or lower converted mana cost of a legendary creature off the deck. You play an AO or a Junji, you can get back pretty much whatever you top deck. So very, very good nonetheless. So let's just break down the list, right? Spell Pierce, Protection, very necessary. The list is super fragile, right? Super fragile. There isn't really room for you to include like a decent amount of removal or a decent amount of interaction. You just need your creatures. You need a good board too, and you need creatures that do some stuff, right? So we have those. So since the deck is fragile, Spell Pierce can come in clutch a lot of times. Although I do hate running non-creatures with Thalia, but Thalia has been amazing so far. So 2 Fateful Absence, we need spot removal for Planeswalkers most importantly, because most of our removal within this list is just Eratai, Lagrella here. They're just creature removal in general. And yes, you can go over the top with the Raffine here, but you need spot removal sometimes for even creatures. If you're facing a deck that you absolutely need to remove that creature to basically win or get through or something, Fateful Absence can be pretty good. And if they take half a turn or to draw with the Fateful Absence, that's pretty good for us. We talked about Thalia. I do hate Thalia with a non-creature deck, but since our deck is running 26 creatures, we can get away with it. Denik, Pyo's apprentice here. Denik has been pretty good. Denik has been played in a lot of decks, and I understand why, right? Graveyard Trespasser, also the ability to like not have the Trespasser like really feed off your graveyard, especially since we're a creature deck and we're gonna have a lot of creatures in the graveyard if we're running a lot against a lot of removal. Then it can be pretty good to stop the Trespasser from basically draining us. So Denik has been amazing so far, and to have Denik on 2 and like a Raffine on 3, and you have Lifelink, Denik saves, man. Lifelink is like literally the best mechanic in Standard. Catilda, Dawnheart Prime. If you have a third Denik, I'd cut Catilda. I would. You can go 4 of Catilda and just rely on the Catilda, but if I see Catilda in mid to late game, if I'm drawing Catilda in mid to late game, I'm just drained. My soul leaves my body. I hate drawing this card in mid to late game. I can't stress that enough. The card is dead, especially after you've established the board. There's nothing for you to ramp up into. The highest mana value of something that you have, anything that you have in the list, is 5 mana. We are running 27 lands, yes, not because we have like a 7 mana play or a 7 mana card or an 8 mana card. No, we're running 27 lands because of the colors here. And we need to draw lands reliably so we can hit things on curve. So drawing a Catilda in mid to late game is just awful. So 1 copy of Catilda, I don't have 2 Denix. I'm not going to craft more than 2 Denix, maybe later. But if you want to better it, you can run 2 Denix. You can run 2 Thalias, 3 Denix, 3 Thalias. You can run maybe 1 more Fateful Absence, maybe 1 more Ligrella. I wouldn't really run more on like the deeper end of the deck, like Eritai here, or like a 5-drop. It makes it a little too expensive for us. So let's just keep it cheap. Run 3 Denix, run 3 Thalias. Cut the Catilda. It's a terrible card in my opinion. We're not really a human deck, even though we do have humans here, human here, human here. And I guess you can make something happen with the Catilda. I mean, it can provide you value, especially when you have Thalia and Thalia is taxing your non-creatures. But I do like that, at least, right? That's why I have 1 of Catilda here. Just in case we come across a Thalia or our Thalia that's taxing our like non-creatures, and since we have humans on the battlefield, we can tap the humans and just cast the non-creatures, basically. Reckoner Bankbuster, one of the best cards in Standard, if not the best card in Standard at the moment. And since we have a lot of creatures here, we can easily crew this. This is card value. You can draw cards off of it. We can do a lot with it. So Reckoner Bankbuster is extra necessary for this deck, because we do tend to dump our hand and we run out of value as well. So Raffine, Scheming Seer. Raffine has been insane, right? Raffine goes over the top. It's very, very good, right? It contributes well. Sometimes if you don't have a Rada Drobic on the battlefield, you can discard these extra legendaries that you have in hand that you can't really cast and draw more if your attack is big. Ligrella has been good, you know, just creature removal. Shauna is literally, like, I think the best card in the deck, to be honest. Shauna is just insane. Having Denic with Shauna here and having the ability to attack, especially if you have a JODAH on the battlefield and they're big creatures, right? Sometimes you can draw 5 cards, 6 cards, 8 cards, depending on however much mana you have, however much you've attacked for, or however much life you've gained. You can draw so many cards with Shauna. And I beat a mirror list or a mirror matchup. I beat a list that's similar to ours, mainly because I had Shauna and they didn't. Shauna kept drawing me cards, and I kept having stuff to play while our opponent was just having no cards in hand, even though they had a board. And Shauna is just literally, in my opinion, the best card in the list, mainly because of the life gain, the ability to draw is just crazy. Edgar here, obviously, Edgar is super funny, right? Edgar dies, you get a copy with Rada Drobic here, you can recast another Edgar, it becomes a coffin, and it's just tons of value with Edgar here. So I do like Edgar. Rada Drobic here. Eritai here, you can use it as counter spell. It's pretty good against blue. You can use it as a flash removal against basically anything. The only part is it acts like a Fateful Absence, you know. It gives your opponent the ability to draw without having them to pay 2 mana, so it's actually a little worse than a Fateful Absence, but the ability to counter something is very relevant. AO here is very, very necessary, because I mean, look at our list. Like, if AO can fetch us an Edgar, I'm happy with that. If AO can fetch us a Rada Drobic, I'm happy with that. And if we have a board, we just give 2 +1 counters on each permanent we control, even our Bankbusters, I'm happy with that as well, because things are just going to get really out of hand. This deck dodges Meat Hook Massacre so well. Junji here is mainly for JODAH, right? You resolve a JODAH, they remove it. It's top priority to remove the JODAH, not unless you have a Rada Drobic on the battlefield. Then they'd want to remove the Rada Drobic first, because you can always make another JODAH. But if they remove the JODAH, you play the Junji, and now they remove the Junji, or you block with it, or blah blah blah, whatever. you just get the JODAH back, and that's the idea here. Or if it's not the JODAH, you get the Airtie back, you get value. You get the Shauna back, you get the Lagrella back, you get value, and so on, right? And with having Denick on the battlefield, nothing is going to get exiled from your graveyard through like a graveyard hate card. So that's pretty good, right? Junji works well within this list here as well. And the thing that I like about more 5-drops is that yes, I do have JODAH, but if I'm playing Junji or Ao, I can fetch a 4-drop from my deck if I, you know, cascade it. I guess that's the effect. That's basically what JODAH does. Within the mana base here, we're running Thram Portal, Plaza of Heroes. We're running the Bant and Esper lands here because our deck is mostly Bant and Esper, a combination of both. And that's how I like to make my 5 mana decks. I don't like to include cards from each and every color. I like to include cards from 4 colors mostly, and the 5th color would be just a minor splash. In this case, the red is our minor splash because it's for JODAH here. So we are running Thram Portal, Plaza of Heroes can fix our mana. We're running 1 mountain, just the 1 mountain. I never had problems casting the JODAH. We're running 1 Xander's Lounge as well, Spar's Headquarters, Raffine's Tower, because Esper and Band, obviously. You have Maya Coast, Overgrown Farmland, Shipwreck Marsh, Shattered Sanctum. We're running the Shocked Lands here as well. Shocked Lands have been really rather bad for us, but I do like them because we are running Lifelink in this list as well, and it works great. You'll see within the gameplay. So yeah, with that being said, I apologize, the intro is so long, right? But I'm just trying to break down every synergy and everything that this deck does. The deck can compete, obviously. I think your hardest matchup is going to be mono blue, but your mono black is like easy mode for you, I think, because I haven't lost to mono blacks yet. So pretty good. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you find any value in my content. And yeah, we're just gonna get back on the grind, try to produce more content daily. I've been having trouble, you know, with the daily content. It's just been hard with the life responsibilities that you have sometimes. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I appreciate each one of you. I appreciate my Patreons, all of my supporters as well. Check out the links in the description. Join the Discord, become a member of the channel, become a patron. It'll help me out greatly for my time and effort. And with that being said, thank you again, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. All right, 2 lands. 2 lands. How am I opening with 2 lands in a 27 land deck, bro? It's a good hand, technically. I mean, do we try to draw a 3rd land? And I mean, if we were drawing a 3rd land, we only have Lagrella here. I mean, okay, let's try it. I'm gonna lose this for sure because I kept a 2-land hand, but yeah, very apparent here, but let's try. They can easily remove the Thalia here, no problem. Well, we draw a land. This is promising. But now Spell Pierce costs 2. You can draw a card, sure. Because this is just going to get removed, right? This is really just going to get removed. We need to get Catilda down as fast as possible, too. Yep. Oh, yikes. Okay. Or just play on curve. Okay. So Rada Drabic is decent here, I guess. You know, at least we're dodging Meat Hook for 1 turn. we can get an untapped land next turn, we can resolve a JODAH, and that's just insane, right? Yep, they're just a value deck here. Okay. Pretty decent so far. They're down to 10. Now is when we need to hold up our Spell Pierce, but they are going to remove the JODAH, I mean, with the Rite of Oblivion, but Rite of Oblivion costs 5 here, so they need to hit a land drop so that they can remove the JODAH. Yeah, I mean, what if it's an Emperor? If it's an Emperor, they can't kill anything, right? If it's a Iganjo, they can't kill anything. They can target the Urborg, right? But that's why we block with the JODAH. We draw another card, okay. Yeah, they found land. They were going to draw anyway, but they need to remove a creature in order for them to remove JODAH here. And that's pretty decent for us. So we're getting to a spot where it's actually insanely crucial for us to hold up our Spell Pierce. Oh, this is pretty good. Oh, this is really good. GG's. Oh my god. Nice. Alright, keep this. We're on the play. Pretty good, I guess. I think we lead with Thalia. Makes things more interesting. 2 JODAHs with 4 lands at the moment. It could be decent. Alright, this is going to have to be another white source, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna play Denick here. No attacks. Let's see what happens. They might have a Trespasser now, but it's not really going to matter that much. Our hand is terrible at the moment. We need to draw something that's playable. We can't really just play a land next turn. Involve Sleeper, I guess that's a better option. But they're running Field of Ruin, that's super annoying. That is just really annoying. Why are you running Field of Ruin? Makes no sense. Yeah, they can invest on the Sleeper here, which is fine. We didn't draw anything playable, by the way, so I guess we're just going to pass here. Yeah, they're trying to invest, but how good is that? Well, let's not really walk into that. Okay. Alright, black, green, white, red. This is going to be our blue, I guess. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. We're definitely going to attack now. Sure. Nice. Okay. Well, at least their grasp is costing 3. Trespasser on the Denick. Yeah. Reasonable for them. Well, at least they're not drawing in, at least they're not drawing lands, but we're absolutely flooding here. I'm not seeing Arshana, I'm not seeing anything. No Bankbuster too. I think we do need the Bankbuster here, so maybe I should make room for a Bankbuster. Who knows? Liliana is okay, I guess.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. Sacrifices must be made.
That's not it. They can't double block, which is pretty good. We killed the Liliana here.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
We have nothing playable at the moment, which is really just terrible for us. No Shauna, nothing that draws cards. It's so hard to make this deck work. It really is. Yeah, they can finish us easily next turn, no matter what we draw. Can just exile creatures here. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. GG's. Can't even cast anything, I think. Hopefully Denix survives long enough. I think we definitely need to attack here. It's a race at this very moment. All they need is literally another Trespasser. And they can win. Invoke Despair is not going to do it for you, opponent. Good game. And that was close, but good game so far. I mean, top decking Lagrella was insane for us. Nice. GG's. Alright. 3 lands. With Denik, Bankbuster, and Ashana. Nice. That's pretty good. Plaza of Heroes. Oh, lucky. Lucky. That's super lucky from our opponent there. Really, really lucky. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll still try, at least. Relic of Legends. Tap an untapped legendary creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Alright, you can give me the life gain. What are we playing here? Shauna? Okay, this should be interesting. Wow, is this card really that insane? That is absolutely crazy. And it's just because they went first. Give me a card. So far, we're gaming. Alright, so what's the play here? 1, 2, 3. Do we want to see how they assign blockers? They probably block here, right? Can't block here. They can double block this. How bad would it be if they double block this? I guess pretty bad, right? But at least we get rid of 2 creatures. Huh, Ward 2. We don't have a good attack here. Okay. We don't have a good attack here. You still need more mana. I guess the Thalia is putting in work here for them at the moment. Because in order for us to remove the JODAH here... Oh, man. That's crazy. Alright. Okay. Okay. Sure. They beat us to it. No, I mean, that's just what it is. Alright, so we just pass. There's nothing we can do at the moment. How are you this lucky, bro? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Alright, well, at least one dies before the JODAH brick resolves. Okay. Hopefully I can draw my JODAH. I am running 4, so please be fair, deck. Please be fair. I am asking, and I am receiving, so... Yeah, now what, opponent? Now what? So... I mean, should we just rumble? Yeah, we should. It's time for... So they block the Lagrella with the JODAH. So we don't attack with this or this. We just attack with both of these. They block here or they block here. And then they don't block this. And how good is that? I mean, if we trade, that would be pretty good. Yeah, I'm down for that. See how they want to block here. Okay, so they picked the other way out. That's fine. Sure. It's not legendary though, which is pretty good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna take the draw here. I think we need to be ahead on cards. Because they don't have a Shauna, and that's how we win, right? With our Shauna. Airtie is just an insane draw here for me. We have the backup Shauna here as well. Let's see what they got. We have to be really careful about this Plaza thing. Does it say activate as a sorcery? No. Alright. What did they get? A King Darren. Yikes. Okay. Terrible. Alright, just as a backup, I'm gonna crew the Bankbuster here. Just as a backup. Okay, the last card is a land. That's a good sign, at least. Pretty sure they don't want to attack here. I mean, do they even have a good attack? Danik is going to gain his life, obviously. Lagrella can just block something. Okay. If we target JODAH, that's bad, right? That's just horrible. If we kill the Rada Drobic here, that could be pretty good for us. Let's see. Oh, Thalia. Yikes. Okay. I think it's a priority to remove this because you can't really kill the JODAH unless you have a Lagrella. Oh man, you do have the mana for it? Yikes. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I forgot. Decline. Okay. Okay. We play Catilda here just so we can boost our stats. Right? We're obviously not going to have a... Done. Yeah. Alright, so... 10-10, 8-8. We're definitely going to be attacking with this and this. And that's about it, right? Yeah. Okay. They can chomp. It does have indestructible, but at least we take something else out. I am willing to trade here for sure. Okay. Plaza of Heroes, bro. Nice. GG's. Alright, 2 lands. Yikes, that's a gross hand. This is also insanely terrible, but we're gonna try it. Okay. So 1 2-drop and 2 5-drops. Very inconsistent. Insanely inconsistent, actually. But let's try. Oh yeah, you have a cut down. That's perfect for Danik. I guess that's the problem with Danik, is that it dies to a 1 mana spell pretty easily, but it's still a pretty good card. Alright. Bankbuster, that's a draw. Let's see. At least we have a plaza with heroes with plaza of heroes with JODAH in hand. We also have a Junji, which is pretty good. All right, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sure. They're obviously not going to want to trade. Two Bank Busters. Let's just get them down because we literally have nothing in hand to play. We need to land off the top, so I guess drawing with the Bank Buster and having a draw step can better those odds. And I mean, the problem is that, well, I guess it's not a problem since we have Junji in hand, right? But we have no black sources besides the plaza, right? Sure. What's your 5-mana play, opponent? And Invoke Despair? They do have the mana for it. It's a Sorin. Okay.
No cost is too great.
Oh man. Bro. I didn't draw. Yikes. What is that? I misclicked. Oh, I misclicked. That's just terrible. I really just misclicked, bro. Okay. JODAH is probably never going to survive here, but we have Junji as backup, and that's why I run Junji to buy back the JODAH anyway. Man, we missed out on a card, bro. That's terrible. But do they really not have removal for the JODAH? They might want mana. Alright, so they have a meat hook, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we block with the JODAH, yeah, we're not gonna block with the JODAH. And or the Bank Busters here. The Bank Busters are a lot of value for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have a meat hook. That's why they made that play. That would be perfect for them. They'd wipe our entire board. Well, they kept on top, so it must be a big spell.
Very well.
Man, I'm still really kind of hurt. Not gonna lie. About not drawing a card here. That's what happens when you click too quick. I mean, it must be, right? Oh, nice. Well, that's pretty good. At least now we're really dodging the meat hook. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we're not dodging the meat hook. Yeah. Oh, it's another Sorin. Why do you keep attacking then?
I take no joy in the slaughter, but it's my ways are not for the weak.
Okay, pretty straightforward Rakdos deck, but having the JODAH really survive for one turn and untap with a 5-mana legendary creature, yeah, that's game. They can't really battle that. And we have Denik next turn. Nice. Alright, 3 lands, Thalia, Denik, Ertai, and JODAH. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Alright, so we are going to resolve Thalia first. Because our hand is mostly a creature hand. Well, it's a creature hand. Thalia on the play can be pretty devastating. Okay. We need more power though. Iganjo's Exemplar. Gets +1/+1 counter until end of turn. Okay. The shocked lands, I mean, or the pain lands, whatever you want to call them, they can be good, but they're just... Okay. Nicely done. We're already at 12 thanks to that, I guess. Oh, that is pretty bad. Not drawing a land here is just literally putting the nail in the coffin for us. And we have nothing to play. You're playing Azorius. Oh wow, we just lost the game. Because we played nothing and we didn't draw land. How many lands do you need to play in this deck? I'm playing 27. We literally just lost, I think. Huh. Okay. Okay. I think that's the right play. I mean, their deck is obviously going to revolve around this card. Spirited Companion, sure. Now they have blockers. Oh, another one of these. Okay. The problem is, like, if we don't block, we die because of our shocked lands, right? And that's where the pain is. And I keep drawing them. Alright. We need to keep attacking with Denik to gain some life. They're really painful. Like, really painful. Especially when you're facing a creature deck that is continuously applying pressure and trying to race you as well. It's just really, really painful here. So what does this do again? It says return a land that you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Well, they've got nothing in the graveyard so far. We might have to block with Thalia here. And has vigilance. Return, okay. It has vigilance. Alright. We're definitely going to have to block with Thalia here, of course. If JODAH survives, that's pretty good for us. We're going to play Eratai here, I think. Raffine. Yeah, it's going to have to be Eratai here. If we can remove this and attack, that'd be so good for us. Oh, it's a Raffine too? Nice. Alright, so the deck can compete. I mean, it is pretty lucky, but That's how we built the deck anyway. Oh, that's pretty bad. Come on, that sucks. Alright. The life gain is just really good for us. I mean, if I was them, I'd double block. They only have one more turn. Why did you block like that? Okay, so it says... Okay, alright, I see. Sure. Alright, so it says any creature we get is tapped. Okay. You need to pay 4, or no, 2 actually, yeah, for the Michikos. They're playing Disdainful Stroke in the main deck. Air tie, we really needed the air tie here. Okay. I think we can take the damage. Okay, is this game? Good game. Nice. Nicely played. We played so well. Nice. I mean, the Disdainful Stroke was a pain, but it was good nonetheless.